Okay, this will be an interesting one. We've done a couple of these before. I just got a deck of them today. You probably guessed what they are. So I use the word deck. We'll soon find out just what we're using to demo with here. Wondering how big we're going to make it, and we're going to reduce it. Going to punch up the contrast for this. A little bit lighter. This will be a challenging one, perhaps. Okay, what is it that we've got? We have here what other is a deck of playing cards, bridge size. I don't know much about card games. I can't play any. Anyway, the Joker is on the top. I had to take the plastic wrap off it earlier, so I have actually unwrapped it to make it nice. So we're just going to put it on the glass. We're going to put the Joker up in the corner. So we're just taking that off. We're just going to quickly, I think we're going to go text mode for this, because these are basically perhaps texty, a little bit texty. And we're just going to slide these around on the glass like fuck all. So we're just going to make them sort of a little bit messy. Quite an interesting sort of a layout we'll just create with these playing cards. I don't know how it's going to look. It's not an easy topic to demo with. As you can see, it's really it's a little bit haphazard what I'm doing here. So, whoops, we're just going to make sure we don't lose our settings while we're focusing on this job. So we just put the cards everywhere and make it look a bit chaotic with the nice, but we want the Joker in the corner, in that corner there. So let's just see how we go. It's not going to be an easy one, folks, I don't think. Let's see how we go with this. Yeah, that looks interesting. It doesn't look all that good. The Joker is there. I'm actually wondering, we're going to make this into a movement piece. We're going to take this and we're going to slide it around. We're going to just remove all these playing cards off the photocopier, folks. Sorry, folks, it's going to be a little bit messy, a bit time consuming. I just have to throw the cards aside and then put them back properly at a later time today. So I'm just going to keep playing with the buttons. So I should really take myself off camera and do this. It might be a lot quicker, more efficient, just to use both hands and just to put these fucking cards away. So I'm going to try and be a card, be funny. Sorry folks, card, get it? Funny? Yeah, okay, Joker, a card. That's a silly term, you know, calling someone a card, which actually means they're funny. So I'm trying to make this into something a little bit funny, but it's not funny, and it's fucking difficult trying to pick up all these remaining playing cards. We've got one left, and we just got to pick him up. Got him, and we're just going to throw it in a pile. Hopefully I won't lose any of those cards in the meantime. So we're going to switch to copied paper. We have managed to avoid losing our settings for this. I've done I've done playing cards before, so it might be nice to do a movement piece, and we're going to do it in negative positive, and we're going to probably add orange to the background colour. Now we just have to set this silly shitter up. So fucking hot, folks. Now we don't want to go all the way with the hue, and I'm thinking the contrast, we can't use contrast with this, we just have to fucking go back. Okay, that should be it, and we're just going to take our photocopy of the cards and we're going to move it around on the glass, make it a more interesting piece than just a bunch of playing cards on the glass, which I've done at least twice before, and they don't really look all that good. Now what have I done? I just got it caught on the edge. That might have made something good, hopefully. Happy accident. So hopefully the orange is going to make it look nice. Yeah, that looks interesting. It looks hot. The orange makes it look really, really hot. Just like the weather we're experiencing here. I'm just trying to find a section that I'm thinking might work well as a enlargement. I don't see any areas that are really good for that. There are a couple that I noticed, but not really that good. So we're going to leave it on 100. I'm thinking that orange, we're going to stick with it. We just flicked out, a happy accident again. So we're just going to put this on the glass again and try and make something useful out of it. Okay, that looks interesting in some ways, but it's not something I find I like. I don't like this arrangement. The nerds will inherit the copier world. It's a little bit of reflux there. Sorry. So I'm just thinking how we're going to place this. Again, we're going to try it again, folks. And the sweat's dripping down off my brow. Oh, so hot. So hot, folks. Okay, let's see how that one looks. That looks interesting. Trying to think whether we're going to use this piece. That part looks nice. So I'm wondering, we're just going to see what we can do to make this one better. Going to switch that off. Going to take this out. I don't know if this is going to work, folks. I'm going to make it a little bit on the lightish side. My camera arm is getting wet with sweat. It's just dripping. It's not easy working in this kind of unair conditioned environment. Trying to work with a photocopier and that, it's just really unpleasant. Doing my demos in such heat. But that's just it, you know. I can't afford to buy or run an aircon, and the electricity bills just went up recently as well, which is really bad. I got it in the mail telling me that again my power bills have gone up as they usually do. I'm thinking the horizontal should be a bit longer. Going to make the horizontal 200. But yeah, I just really object to this kind of heat. But I'm not rich enough to buy an aircon. I'm not rich, period. Let's see how we go with this. Yeah, that looks interesting. We can see that lovely pattern going there. Wondering if we could just enlarge a section out of here. Just take a section out of it instead of blowing up this section. That's a good question. Trying to decide whether to do that. That's a good question. I'll have to deliberate on that one, I think. So I'm wondering if we're going to leave it like that. We're going to just make it like this. It's very hot weather today, folks. It's just not nice at all. I really wish there was more rain. Wish we could have some more rain and just get this fucking drought over and done with. But we don't know what nature's going to prevail with. We don't know what it's going to be. But maybe nature's kicking up a stink because mankind as a whole is producing too much CO2, which is what causes most of our climate change. So unless we curtail our carbon emissions, we're going to get this fucking weather, and it's only going to get worse, and it's just not acceptable. But what can you do? I can't do anything. I've got no fucking money or persuasion. I just haven't got the right connections. My brother used to always say in a mocking tone of voice, "It's not what you know, it's who you know." It's like, fuck, get lost. That's cheating. But no, it seems to be the case these days. So maybe, it's cheating, but sometimes it doesn't have to always be cheating, that kind of thing. It's good to have good connections. If I had some good connections, I could probably go further using the talent that I have. But having to rely on my talent without any connections can be difficult. I haven't had the right connections and I haven't been a success. My brother has had more success because he's had lots of connections, and he's also talented in the photography department. So yeah, he's had more success than I have. So enough of that. That looks really quite nice. I think that card in there sort of justifies it, so I think we can call it quits.